up, Sagittarius? Thank you for joining me for your energy reading. If it's your first time joining me, my name is Keita. Welcome to my channel. And if you've been rocking with me for a minute, welcome back. I appreciate the love and support. And I'm going to be bringing forward a road opener message for you guys. So I've already pulled the cards. I'm using a spread that I found on Pinterest. And the intention is to tap into what has been energetically blocking roads to abundance, love, prosperity in your life. So there's a lot of things that can be done to open roads, because everything is energy. Let's start there. Everything is energy. We're energy. The couch is energy. The laptop is energy. Everything is energy, right? And sometimes, be it ancestrally, karmically, generationally, we have avenues or doors, roads, so to speak, just saw 111, that are blocked energetically because of something that we've carried into this lifetime, some karma that we've built up during this lifetime. And so because it's an energetic block, you have to go by energetic means of unblocking it. And so I'm about to give y'all the game, okay? So using this spread, and the opening message for you all is the path of freeing the heart from the effects of a fearful mind is an initiation into greater power. And so that speaks very boldly and clearly to 2024 being a year where you all are really going to be or are being led to do some shadow work, some healing of that which lies within your subconscious and affects your conscious day-to-day actions and reactions, how you've been showing up, because that is what has been blocking the road to abundance, happiness, healing, prosperity for you all. And just our 222, so for many of you, it's what's been blocking your intimate connections or your relationships with others. And I'm gonna go ahead and tell you now, when I was shuffling, 10 of Cups was at the bottom of the deck. Matter of fact, I ain't got no reason to lie to y'all. 10 of Cups. It didn't come out in the spread, but it was at the bottom of the deck, because the divine has emotional fulfillment. It's in the cards for you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's within your reach. It is a part of your destiny. But the thing that is blocking it is might as well tell y'all what's up with this one too, because it's another 10 card. The 10 of Swords. Needing to go through an ego death, needing to acknowledge where things within you internally and things outside of you, people around you, your connections, your relationships, don't serve your highest good. So in this year, you may find yourself disconnected from, parting ways with some people you once found to be very valuable parts of your life. Some of those seasons are ending. Some of those cycles are closing out because those relationships have expired. And ultimately, a lot of them people don't mean you no fucking good. This man has 10 swords in his back. That's a lot of pain. That's a lot of betrayal. That's a lot of hurt. And so we're needing to identify and be observant to just our 411, because I'm giving y'all this important information. Take heed. It's some people around you. They don't mean you no good. And there's also some things within you that are blocking your blessings. So that's what's needing to be explored, and you're needing to take charge of your life. Tap into your masculine energy. Let me turn this deck over before I pull any more of these cards. And one fell on the floor. And then when I turn the deck over, the Sun card. My God, Sagittarius. What the whole fuck? I'm about to put the whole deck up, y'all. The Emperor. Tap into your masculine energy. Take charge of your life. Sit in your authority. Whether you are a masculine or a feminine energy, you're needed to take charge of your life and protect yourself. That's masculine energy. The masculine, it comes through to provide protection. So be mindful of that, and don't be sitting in a space of woe is me and playing the victim and everybody doing this and that to me. No, what do you want out of life? Go get it. Start delegating. Make some moves. Cut some people off. You know what I'm saying? Invite some people in. Take charge. You're a powerful, sovereign being, but because of what's lying in your subconscious, you haven't been able to really tap into your true power. And this is a universal year 8, which is the Emperor is the number 4. So this is that Emperor energy amplified, because you finna have to level up and own your power and stand in your power and use your throat chakra. Because wasn't nothing wrong with my throat before I push play on this damn video. I don't think I'm gonna ever get used to how messages come through like that. I promise. Because it be the randomest shit. But things are about to become... I told you I turned this deck over. And no matter how I turn it, y'all, I done put the deck down right after I put the spread out. No matter how I turn it, you got good fucking news, okay? So I was trying to avoid pulling any more cards, but the way I got this deck set up, because I don't have all the cards going one way like I normally do. The one that I was avoiding, 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment. That which you desire being in your 3D reality, and you having emotional fulfillment. So you literally got the 9 of Cups and the 10 of Cups, getting everything that you want and desire out of life. The Sun card, the happiest, most blessed card in the deck. Things are crystal clear to you. You are enlightened. You are awakened. You are able to operate from a more healed and happy inner child space. Clarity. Everything is, this is the light at the end of the tunnel. Everything is bright and looking up for you. But you gotta go through, or some of y'all have already gone through it on the tail end of that dark night of the soul. So the path of freeing the heart from the effects of a fearful mind is an initiation into greater power. That dark night of soul is definitely an initiation. An initiation into greater power. Like I said, this is a universal year 8. It's all about power, authority. Not being able to just talk big shit, but you're going to have to walk it. Day to day, moment to moment. And it includes walking away from some things that once anchored you in low vibrational energy, or is holding you back. It no longer serves you. It no longer needs to be a part of your life. And that includes relationships. And for many of you, it also includes jobs, careers, shit you thought you was going to do for the rest of your life. It no longer fulfills you. Your mindset around money and abundance, that lack consciousness, it got to go. That's the thing that's keeping you back, holding you back from standing in your power. I'm going to have to make this quick. My damn battery is dying so fast. But anyway, yeah. Free your heart from that which is blocking roads from you. And for many of you, it's your mind state, your mentality. So the thing that's going to help you to thrive is literally moving toward calmer waters. Just mentally being at peace. And for some of you, this actually includes a physical move, relocating, a fresh new environment, moving on from chaotic situations, whether it's an actual relocation or you just having an internal forward progression from chaos and confusion and moving into a more peaceful mind state. That's what's going to help you move from this state of surviving and lack and poverty consciousness and into one of more of a thriving mind state. Cut this heat on. Then you needing to take some action. And the action that you're needing to take is to surrender to negative thinking. You have control over your thoughts. When negative thoughts surface, say thank you for sharing and quickly refocus on positive affirmations. If you don't work with affirmations, you wanted to start working on some affirmations that help to reinforce positive thinking. There's a lot of them on YouTube. Sometimes I like to go to bed listening to them. They also have subliminals, which are like meditations where all you hear is music, but there's words under the music so that your conscious won't be focused on the words, and it's just focused on relaxing, and you're still getting that input from the affirmations that are being said, even though you can't hear them underneath the music. So you may want to try some of that. Write you some affirmations down, whatever you're needing to do to shift your mind from negative thinking to positive thinking. And for many of you, that's going to include the people that you are around. Pay attention to the people who support your negative thinking. Pay attention to the people who, when you get to complaining or when you start being low vibrational, they right there supporting that shit. Yeah, bro, you right. Hell yeah, it's a terrible day. Just saw 11/11. Because that's going to be one of the things that help you shift and move into a portal of positive energy, which attracts more positive energy, opposed to being held back and held down by negative energy. So you definitely want to surrender that negative thinking. This thing will not tell me how much more battery I got. But anyway, let go of addictions. It could be drugs, it could be alcohol, it could be procrastination, it could be sex addiction, it could be laziness, it could be codependency, people pleasing. That is an addiction. But whatever it is, you need to let that shit go. Do what you gotta do. I don't give a fuck if it's an AA program, if you need to get with me for some spiritual hygiene work, some intuitive wellness work, own and identify and own what your addictions are, and then move towards overcoming them, because you have the power to do it. Nothing has more power over you than you. But when you have addiction, you're giving your power away to something. And so it says, whether you're addicted to substances, food, people, sex, or overworking, that's an addiction too. I dated somebody who was addicted to work, and that was miserable. Like, I love that man, but when I tell you that it's hard to be with somebody when they value work or money more than the relationship or the person that they're with, and their value of who they are, their worthiness is tied into being busy, being productive. And don't get me wrong, like, I could see to the heart of the situation, so I know that I knew that was just how society and the patriarchy has conditioned us. But we have to take charge and stand in our power and be like, no, I'm no longer falling victim to this shit. I'm not a victim, I'm a victor. And I don't have to live this way. It's more to life, you know what I'm saying, than being somebody's slave, working to make a few dollars, and then I'm wearing my body down. I'm not enjoying life. I'm not enjoying my people. Because one thing for certain and two things for sure, when the people that you claim you value are no longer there, be it through death or they leave you or whatever the case, you can't be hollering about, oh, but I had to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck that job. These jobs come and go. And anything happens to you, them folks gonna post your fucking job before the ink can dry on your death certificate. So y'all, if it's work that you're addicted to, cut that shit out. That is not who and what God created us to be. We are not machines. And as you can see, they damn near value these machines more than they value us. Okay? You can't take a day off or extra time off to rest and relax and get rejuvenated without it being an issue. But they're gonna service them machines. You can't take a day off to service yourself and make sure that you're able to be a well-oiled machine, so to speak, to get the job done and live a fruitful, what do they call it? High quality life. I used to tell people all the time when I was in work culture, corporate culture, I value work-life balance. And once it gets to the point where it's out of balance and I'm doing more work and then I am enjoying my personal life, because I do know how to separate the two, I'm finna shift some shit. We're gonna get things back in balance. So Be mindful where you're out of balance, where addiction is showing up in your life, and take action, as it says right here in the card, to begin to heal the addiction and replace it with healthier alternatives. Find you some other shit to do, some other more healthier, profitable, intrinsically rewarding things to replace those negative habits. Find you some positive habits that are going to take a place of that. So then your main focus for the year is the Four of Wands. Focus on who supports you, what makes you feel safe and at home. Focus on community, building family and strong foundations, because that's what's going to help support you with surrendering this negative thinking and surrendering these addictions. Find you a support group. Make friends with people who are understanding and sensitive to what you got going on. But in order for that to be the case, you're going to have to be vulnerable and own up to what you got going on. But be very intentional about the communities that you connect with, and the people that you're around, and build stronger foundations so that you're able to better do the work to open these roads. Then there are new opportunities available to y'all as soon as you surrender outdated beliefs about yourself. Stop shitting on yourself. You supposed to be your biggest cheerleader. And if you're not, and you couldn't be because this message coming up, you know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be your biggest cheerleader and teaching other people how to treat you and support you and cheerlead for you. But because you're not, you definitely got to surround yourself with people who boost you up. You know what I'm saying? Who boost you up in a way that feels authentic, reaches your heart, and you don't feel like it's just an ego stroke, but you really feel like these people believe in me, and so I should definitely believe in myself. I'm going to do a better job of and do what it takes to believe in myself. You know what I'm saying? So it says, let go of limiting ideas about yourself that originate from the past. Then you can own your power and soar in your life. It's so many messages of power constantly coming up in this reading, Sagittarius, because y'all are definitely being called to stand in your power and to open those roads that are blocking you standing in your power. And new opportunities are going to be coming available to you as soon as you stop limiting yourself in terms of what you can have, what you can do, what is available to you, what's allowed and what ain't allowed, what's law and what ain't law. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, you're a limitless being. You are the universe expressing itself in this 3D reality. And so you need to govern yourself as such. And you need to read material that supports that. You need to affirm yourself. You need to listen to music that supports that. Just really cultivate and curate a life that props you up, that fortifies you, that does not drain you. Like whatever this addiction is, whatever it is that you're addicted to, gambling, sex, whatever. It's draining you. It's draining your life force energy. But you got all this promise. 10 of Cups, the Sun, the Emperor, like 9 of Cups. It's better on the other side for you. It's a matter of shifting your mind state about what you can have, who you can have, where you can go, and just curating that experience for yourself. So the part of yourself that you're needing to pay attention to, that you've been like neglecting or not really paying attention to, something that's kind of been hiding in your blind spot, is that deep gratitude to the Most High God is important. Grateful. Where have you not been being grateful, showing gratitude? Where have you been dwelling on the past and crying over spilled milk and not being grateful for what you have and the opportunities that are presenting themselves to you? This has been the missing ingredient, but it's what you need to pay attention to, because you actually have a lot to be grateful for, a lot to be thankful for. So your best approach to challenges with this 9 of Swords, stop stressing. Get out of your head. Make decisions from the heart. Get more into your heart. Don't get me wrong, your head, your logic, your reason, your rationality, it serves a purpose. But when you in this energy, this 9 of Swords, stress, anxiety, nightmares, insomnia, paranoia, that means that there's an imbalance. Maybe even some mental illness, depending on how severe it is. But whatever the case, it's up to you to do the work, to surround yourself with people who can support you through this type of energy, to surround yourself with resources, to live a lifestyle that does not feed into this. Case in point, I found, because 2023 was, y'all, financially, I struggled. Oh my God. And I worked my ass off. I worked so hard to still be like penny pinching. You know what I'm saying? Robbing Peter to pay Paul. And I took a couple of losses. But I was also observing in the midst of it all. You know what I'm saying? And I found that one thing that contributed to my anxiety while I was trying to figure out how I'm going to pay this, how I'm going to juggle this, how I'm going to take care of that, was caffeine. I don't drink coffee. But I do take a pre-workout before I work out at the gym. And I was taking one that was like 200 milligrams. No, it was like 400 milligrams of caffeine. And I had cut it down to 2. So I would only drink half of it. And then I noticed that it wasn't as bad, but I still had anxiety. So I got a pre-workout that was 200 milligrams, and I dropped half of it, which means I was consuming 100 milligrams. And if I had to cut that out, I would do that too. But that ended up being way more efficient, and I wasn't leaving there with anxiety and worrying more about shit that ultimately I couldn't do nothing about. I was doing my best shit. But that's anxiety. You know what I'm saying? We worry about shit that ain't happened yet, shit that's out of our control. You know what I'm saying? And so just be mindful of different ways you can curb this type of energy. Another thing that would help me when I would get anxiety or be worried or whatever, like I pull out my crystals and turn on some meditation music, and I would raise my vibration and be feeling good for a few hours, and then them negative thoughts would come back and I do something else. You got to fight that shit. Don't just sit up there and let yourself go into a dark hole. Pull shit out of your toolbox. What are you eating that may be creating more anxiety or paranoia or worry or stress? Because if you eating low vibe shit, it's going to keep you low vibe. So like case in point, when people are grieving, you know, they turn to alcohol, weed, eating terrible. That shit don't do that but make you feel worse. But I understand it gives you some temporary level of comfort. I'm an emotional eater. Trust. I get it. Let me go through some shit. I'm like, yeah, I deserve a 5-piece hot wing with seasoned fries and a lemonade with tea, like ice. Hey, y'all. I'm going to make this quick so I can wrap this up. But literally, as the camera cut off, more messages was coming through, and I remembered that a card fell on the floor. So where we were talking about what you needing to do to overcome challenges, which is this 9 of Swords energy of getting out of your head and doing whatever it takes to combat anxiety and fear. And then your closing message is whatever we use to distract ourselves from our divinity becomes our God. You know, a lot of times, especially in Christianity, people like to talk about having idol gods, and they shun other religions, other spiritual practices, because they say that they are idol gods. But what they don't talk about is that for many of us, our fears, other people, the things that we use to distract us from our life purpose and the divine plan, God's will for us, those are idol gods. Those are things that we are choosing over the divine and where we're being led. And so we want to be very mindful that whatever we use to distract ourselves from our divinity becomes our God. Many of you have gifts, talents, skills, life paths that have been shown to you, visions, dreams, opportunities presented to you, and you are distracting yourselves intentionally and subconsciously from pursuing them, living them out, getting in alignment with them coming to fruition because of your fears, because of some trauma that you've experienced, because of your circumstances. But whatever the case, you're needing to know that you're making those things your God. You're giving them your time, your energy, your resources. You're putting your effort toward those things that you use to distract you, and so they therefore have become your gods, and it's a dangerous game to play. Very dangerous. But the card that fell on the floor when I was going through that deck was the 8 of Wands. As soon as you shift this energy of being in your mind, seeing through the illusion that it's just fear. It's only fear. It's not a reality. It's not something, a lot of what you've put in place as limitations and excuses and whatnot to not move forward in the direction that you're being intuitively led. It's just an illusion. It's just you being in your head. It's just your fears. It's just your subconscious. Soon as you shift that shit, progress coming in fast and motherfucking furious, because God wants to bless you. God wants to give you the life that you deserve, but for many of you, you don't feel like you deserve it, and that's what's holding you back. And so when I was waiting on my iPad to charge up a little bit, I was scrolling on Instagram and this message came through. Turn it down. Wait a minute, start over, because it was a message very pertinent to what we're talking about. So it says, you are a beautiful soul. You have a unique purpose in this world. You are here to share your gifts, talents, and passions with others and to make a positive difference in your lives. You are not a coincidence. You are a miracle. The universe has a plan for you, and it is always guiding you towards your highest potential. You are connected to the source of all and power, and you can access it. It's going so fast. You are not limited by your circumstances. You are empowered by your choices. You are not a victim. You are a creator. You are not alone. You are supported by your guides, angels, and ancestors. You are a spiritual being having a human experience. You are here to learn, grow, and evolve. You are here to enjoy, celebrate, and appreciate. You are here to love and to be loved. You are here to live your best life. Y'all, I had to run through that thing because it's like tickering. Look. See how it's flashing? I had to hurry up and get that out, honey. But yeah, before the iPad dies again, I want to suggest that you all read this book. It's a book that I have committed to reading in this year. I got a stack of books that I said I'm going to read this year, and this is one of them, The Power of Receiving. And what made this come to mind is that if you got all this going on, it's like God trying to give you something, and you are struggling with being receptive to it, being open to it, receiving it. And so this may be helpful. It is The Power of Receiving by Amanda Owen, a revolutionary approach to giving yourself the life you want and deserve. So I hope the message found y'all well, Sagittarius. If it did not find you well, I hope that it leaves you well. I was actually wanting to do bibliomancy with the book, but I don't want to start reading and then the damn thing cut off on me again. So I'll just put it on the community board. If you are needing any additional assistance, want to book a private session, email me at turquoisemajesty@gmail.com. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave your comments in the comment box, and until next time, y'all, peace.